Welcome back to RockCrawlinJeeps. Just Dylan in the shop tonight. Doing a little work on the winch. Zach is taking the night off, so I figured I'd come over and do a little more prep and paint work. So just to show you what I've been doing the past couple hours, I got my winch hung up and I gave it a coat of clear. So you might look at that wonderful paint booth I have. I have $10 total invested in it. $2 drop cloth from Lowe's and a $8 clothes hanger from Walmart, and then a little bit of extra welding wire. But look how awesome this is turning out. Just so smooth. I love the patina look of the case, and it's just turning out great. But that's not the only parts I've been painting. So I just finished prepping the drum case, a little bit of wire wool, and I have it ready to paint. And then the brake, I've given it a couple coats of nice black gloss paint, and that's drying up as we speak. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the drum painted, and I'll catch you back here in a second. Alright guys, I got the first coat of primer on the winch drum. Like I said, nothing special, just good old Rust-Oleum primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and now throw a second coat of clear on the winch. I'm probably gonna do, I'd say 3 to 4 nice coats of clear on the winch. Held up for 41 years, I want it to hold up for 40 more. So let's get painting. Welcome back again to RockCrawlinJeeps. I called it an early night after painting, and I'm back here at the shop again. Zach isn't home, so I'm going to continue progress on the winch. So what I want to work on today is getting the brake assembly put back together. So what I have laid out here is the old brake assembly, and here is the new one. That is part number 8409. Directly from Warren, and the instructions are over there. So I have those painted up, they're finishing up drying, and while I wait for that, like I said, I laid everything out and I'm going to get started on that. But come over and check out the clear coat on this bad unit. Man, I know probably the camera you can't see it that well, but it is sharp looking. I just love the patina on it. So anyway, that's going to get one more clear coat, and then let that fully dry, and then we'll start putting gears back into the housing. But for tonight, we are going to get working on this brake shaft, so I'll catch you back here in a second. So the first thing to do while you reassemble the brake assembly here is put the shaft into a fixture. I'm using a vise here, so it keeps it nice and level and prevents it from moving. The next step, if the camera will focus, is go ahead and replace the O-ring on the shaft. After that, you want to go ahead and then install your cam spline and get that seated on. I did add some grease to the shaft just so things would stay lubed up and just work out better. It's not required, but it doesn't hurt to add it. Alright guys, as you can already see, I went ahead and installed this bushing. The next piece is this lip seal. So I guess you could call it the brass side is going to be on top, and the seal goes on the bottom. So I'm going to try and put this on. Just want to be careful. This is a rubber seal, so you don't want to damage it trying to force it on the shaft there. That took a little longer than I would have liked, but the lip seal is on the shaft, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on. I know it's hard to focus there, but I don't see any issues with the seal itself, like it got turned upside down or anything like that. Next up is going to be the cardboard spacer. This is going to be used later on when we go to put the brake assembly back into the winch housing. But right now you can go ahead and just, put it on like so. Nothing to it. To continue though, we're going to go ahead and get the freshly painted brake and put that on. So this can only be done one way. As you can see, the gap there is going to fit that right there. The other one will not work at all. Make sure that's level. So go ahead and slide this guy on. Alright, so the next piece I'm going to grab here is the friction material. Notice I'm wearing a glove for this. This is pretty much a cardboard-like material. You don't want to get your brake soaking wet with grease and grime and other nasty things. So be very careful when you add that to your assembly there. So after putting the friction material on, go ahead and grab your ratchet. You have to be very careful which way you lay the ratchet. This is the wrong way. This is the correct way. Make sure you put it on the correct way, otherwise you are going to have to completely tear apart your brake assembly and put it back on. Once again, remember the correct orientation here. Boom, halfway done. So moving forward here, next up, I am actually going to put the ball bearings in. So the ball bearings line the inside diameter of that. Now you're probably asking why not put the other piece of the friction material on. And the reason I want to avoid doing that is, once again, don't want to put greasy fingerprints all over it, and who knows, maybe one day cause an issue on the trail. So I'm going to go ahead and get these lined up in a circle around, and then I'll put that friction material on. Alright guys, so I got all 21 ball bearings in place. I also added the spring as well. So just to show you here, I have my old hub, I believe it is, and this is the new hub. As you can see, this is machined for the spring, whereas the old one did not have any machining for it, but the spring was also shorter as well. So here's where things get tricky. So once again, go ahead and, recess side down, set that on top of the spring. So now you're gonna have that assembly. Go ahead and then add your friction material, and then put the outer cover of the brake on. Now you have to remember, this is now spring tensioned. So I'm gonna set up some clamps and push it down, but remember, the ball bearings can't shift because this has to sit inside all the ball bearings. So wish me luck. I'm probably just gonna speed through this, but I hope I explained that easy enough for you. So after my last update, it's been about probably 3 hours and I've made no progress. So that's where I'm at. As you can tell, I did get the brake a little greasy. What happened is the bearings balls, they just kept rolling around, so I added a little grease inside. What I didn't account for was the other cover not sanding the inside where the shaft goes, which got stuck after, test fitting it a few times and using a file and sandpaper and all that. But I couldn't get it off, which shifted everything, which got the brake dirty, which meant I lost some of the bearings. So I had to reuse some of the old ones. It's not a big deal. They're in decent shape. But yeah, so just to finish up here, completely resanded down the outer cover and just gave it a fresh coat of primer. I did lay my first coat of black on the drum, and the winch is all finished up there. 4 coats of clear on it, and it looks good. I'm gonna let that dry for a few days, but it's ready to go back and be assembled. So other than that, I'm gonna call it a night here. It's getting late and I gotta let paint dry. As always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Click the notification button, and we'll see you either next time or tomorrow.